Untapped, Miami.
What's up, you guys? This is Mooney Homes of Untapped Miami. We now have here Munch of All Like Minds and all type of stuff going on. What's up?
I'm chilling.
Okay,
chilling, man.
tell us a little about yourself. Tell us like your personal background. Like, who is the man behind Munch?
Simple person. You know what I mean? Like, I don't really do too much. People say I'm an activist. People call me the mayor.
You are.
That's what people say, you know what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
But I don't like to get too much into that. It's more about the work. So, I played ball at Central. Of course, you know, Mooney was in the band, y'all. You know. You know, she was in the band.
I was a little majoring.
So, you know, we got history, you know what I'm saying? But, yeah, I was playing ball, team captain, of course. Didn't everything with football didn't go quite well. Even, you know, just going to college. You know what I'm saying? Like I ain't have no schools to go to. Like people ain't really like know that. Like I ain't had no schools. Like I'm like one of the top linebackers in the state. Whatever. You know, made all day, all the accolades. You know, but you know, won games for cats. You know what I'm saying? But you know, I ain't had nowhere to go. Grades was good, clearinghouse I was good, but I ain't had nowhere. So the main thing for me at that time was always like the academics more than the football, anyways. But I ended up, like I said, just being there and just you know trying to weigh it all out. And I had applied to some schools, and I pretty much I pretty much like got denied by all of them at that time. So it was just like crazy.
You know, everything happens for a reason.
Yeah, so I believe
that.
I go like last shot in like hell, right? I go to everybody wants to know why I went to Arizona, but like I went to a trip in Arizona our senior year. Right? So I go to this trip around like late April, and this is like the end of the end, like you know, cats done signed like February, March.
Yeah.
You know, so scholarships, you know, if you go in there, you pretty much from the walk on, or they got a little bit more money left because somebody done messed up their scholarship or whatever. So, you know, I'm going out here to Arizona, and it was pretty much like, oh, nah, you gonna have to like walk on. It's gonna be like, you gotta pay this, like out of state, da. And that was pretty much the only opportunity I had, like, to pretty much get out or make something of myself, because at the time, like who I was with, like you know, people who I was affiliated with, things of that nature, like it was getting kind of crazy in the streets, and you know, it did, you know, I lost a lot of homies, you know what I'm saying, leaving them behind, but at the same, like a lot of people was upset, you know, I got my own family, you know, my own sisters, and it was kind of like, you know, feeling some type of way, but it was all what, you know, in the end they understood like it was what was needed, so you know. Like, and then coming back here, like, 2010, I had graduated from Mason Community College, so I went to Arizona for 3 years. And I pretty much played ball for like 1 or 2 years, and then after that, I had messed up my knee again. I was just like, let me just hang it up. And I was getting money, like, in audio at the time, so everybody who knew me from, like, school and stuff know I was good at music too, so it's like I do a whole bunch of stuff like from my childhood, you know what I'm saying? Like I grew up at the Cultural Arts Center, you know what I'm saying, African Heritage Cultural Arts Center on 62nd and 22nd, so you know when I was there, like we learned music, art, theater, you know, every day, you know what I mean, dance, the whole nine, so I was always in that, you know, creative environment, and then just coming back here, and then that's what I went to school for, was audio engineering. I ain't like music. It kind of phased out for me after like 9th grade, because I was in the band too. Like 9th grade, like I was in the high. I was in the
I didn't even know that.
Yeah, I was in the advanced class, like the concert band class. 9th grade, and I was like second trumpet. You know what I'm saying? I could have played first, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes they let me get up there and play first, but you know, when they do the chairs and stuff like that. But I just didn't stick with it after that. I just felt like, you know, I wanted to create. And in middle school I was creating, like I was with cats like Bird, like Ransom. A lot of cats came out of Northern Middle. Shout out to Urban Miami, E. Allen. You know, like E. Allen do all my graphics. Urban Miami, of course, he do a lot of social service and you know, just different types of events and parties for businesses and different things. Just curating what's going on in Miami, and you know, we all grew up just wanting to create different things, and that's what just spurred me to come back home and just do the same thing, you know.
Okay, I feel it. Okay, tell us about your company, All Like Minds Media. What made you start All Like Minds? And when did you start?
It started in well, it started as All Like Minds, right? So we were, but because I wanted to keep it real general, you know, me just on some Pinky in the Brain shit.
Yeah.
Like, you know, like, hey, just keep it general, so like, you know, people don't know. So originally to this day it's still All Like Minds originally, and then we have All Like Minds Media, which is just a subsidiary of All Like Minds, of course. Okay. But All Like Minds Media is pretty much media production, live production, live shows, pretty much voiceovers. We just keep it real simple. I'm at Smoke Signal Studio a lot. I used to have a studio in Miami Gardens, up there, same building in Starwood. At the time, had my artist Canary. He was in there. He drew a hell of a mural. You know what I mean? Like crazy like murals. You know. So you know, it was just being. That's what it started out of. Like, matter of fact, like I was in Arizona. That was when I think it really like hit me. Like, I'm in Arizona, and at the time, you know, Bird was hot down here. So it's Bird that's hot. I'm seeing YD. I'm seeing other cats pop up. I'm seeing Renzo come up. I'm seeing other guys, and I'm hearing the records. But I'm over there, and I'm seeing these guys. They don't have near as the records that we got. Yeah. And I'm playing records in Arizona at parties. This is like Miami, you know, we take over, so everywhere we go. So I don't know how I became a DJ, but you know, a lot of people just assume that I'm just good at, like, a lot of people think I rap.
Really?
A lot of people think I'm a rapper.
Probably because I know you.
Yeah, maybe, but a lot of people think I rap, and I'm like, nah.
Yeah. But I know you could rap. I know you could write a little song.
Yeah, I could probably write a little song. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you was in class with me. Yeah, I forgot. You just snitched up. Yeah, I can write a little something, but that's about it. I ain't performing. Staying in the closet, man. You know.
But I love the name of your company, All Like Minds. Like, what made you, like, how did that name pop up in your head?
I was home. It was 2010, and I just was thinking, like, what can bring Miami together? You know. What could bring black people together? You know what I mean? I think. So it was like, but not be so pro-black, but be unapologetic about what we're doing. Yeah. You know what I mean? Because you know, it's one thing to be unapologetic, but to some extent, it's like if you beating a team 50-0 at some point, and it's in the fourth quarter, and you still got your starters in. It's like, come on, bro. It's like trying. You know what I'm saying? Like to some degree, you know, people like myself, I pull back and I just be like, come on, you got it. Yeah. You know.
I understand.
So that's what it is for me. So what All Like Minds was just 3 things came to mind. You know, unity, progress, and growth. So with All Like Minds, if everybody had All Like Minds, they would have unity. And then together we would be able to progress, and then we'd be able to grow. So, you know, that started in 2010, but in 2016 they say, what you been doing this whole time? It's like building.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
People don't understand the word building.
You know what I mean? Like, it took a while for me to come into my own. You know what I mean? From 2010 to 2016.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So for all of us, you know what I mean? And then even from, you know, because I never used to be flashy, rocking no jewels or jewelry or nothing like that. You know?
I understand.
I never used to be on that, like, never used to
Even
care
when
about
you was
what I
on the
dressed.
football team, you was real calm, cool, and collected.
Yeah.
It wasn't, you know.
Yeah, so it was just like, you know, that's the one thing that's always remained the same. Like, I've always wanted to be a step ahead of everybody, you know, trying to work as hard as everybody. And if you're on my team, yo, you know you got a warrior, you gotta fight for me like I'm gonna fight.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And if I fall, nigga, pick up the chopper and do what it do, you know what I mean? Like,
Trust me, I know.
so yeah, that's what it is for me. And all like mines is just, like I said, just everybody coming together. And that build was me grinding 2014. Well, I can name it from 2010. 2010, I came home. I was with I hit up two people. I hit up Berg and I hit up Ransom. And I didn't hear nothing back from Berg. It's not to say like nothing would happen or nothing like that. But there was the two people that I could get in contact with that, you know that I was doing audio engineering. And at the time that I felt like I could work with was of the talent, you know.
Yeah.
And Ransom he had hit me back on the text, but we didn't actually nothing came from it. And we actually ran into each other at Pembroke Pines Mall. And when we linked up in Pines Mall, like, you know, we just got to work from there, like literally like that afternoon. You know, we was in the studio. One, we had to get clientele in the studio, so I had clientele because before that I was doing mobile recording. It's so much stuff and so much hustling and so what I was doing, like I can't even remember what I was doing first.
Trust me, I understand.
But if people remember, like I was working with guys like Fresh 305, Killer. It was a lot of cats that I was coming to their house. You know, me and my boy Diesel. You know, people don't know, like me and Diesel been down since 2000.
Yeah.
You feel me? Like I done known cats since middle school. We used to skip class together to make beats.
Yeah.
You feel me? Like Diesel been on it. Like anybody who I'll vouch for Diesel. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like that's my homie. Like that's A1. Like without a doubt. Like that's the homie. So it's like that's what All Like Mines was about. Was just bringing everybody together, working. You know, from even, you know, Untapped, you know, when they first told me about it, I'm like, yeah, man, I support it. I do what we gotta do, you know what I mean? Because that's what it's about. Who am I not to support it? We ain't in a position to do that at this point. You know, and yeah, you know, on some Pinky in the Brain shit, you want to be that person or that guy to, you know, do all these things and branch out all these things without knowing that your thoughts is all these things sometimes. And just by your synergy and your energy doing these things. So now that I see 2016 people come together, you seeing markets start to grow and be viable, and you start to see culture come in and you know, us embracing that culture, you know, and that blackness. So now it's like, these are all the things that I was shooting off at this crowd of people, this demographic when I was here, when I was there, when I was doing this show, when I was doing this show, you know, and right now it's just me building something that's sustainable for us. You know, we have the Life Collective right now that we're trying to build that's sustainable.
How was the start of that?
Oh, that was crazy. That was
Shout out to Valencia.
Yeah, shout out to my homie V. We went, I think it was the Alton, Sterling, and Philando that weekend. Like when these things happen, we're in a position where, like, at least for me, I'm somewhat kind of like taken back every time, because as a person who people look into to say what to do, and then the main thing you don't want them to do is act irrational. Yeah. And you know, like, best believe, like, I'm gonna be out there on the front lines if y'all out there trying to riot or loot, like certain businesses. Yeah. So, you know, like you know, if it don't, I said, if it don't do no harm, no good to us, like people complain about Baltimore with the CVS.
Yeah.
You know, like, but what the CVS was doing, other than it wasn't serving us the real good that we needed.
It
like,
wasn't.
Give us what we want. Don't give us some handout. You know. Like I'm different things in different capacities.
That's what I'm saying.
Like, and that's what's hard and kind of like difficult. Even with me mixing personal business and what the different businesses I'm in, like I go by different things because people know me in different arenas. So it'd be crazy. Like for instance, most of the people who know me in the Crook and Flail menswear thing I'm trying to build right now is like, well, not menswear, but it's like men's accessories mostly.
What is it called?
Crook and Flail. So it's basically.
You got it out there.
Yeah, I mean, crazy shit. So I had on the sheet tee yesterday, goddamn it, at the one, which is one of the shirts, like, you know, we'll throw out there. We ain't gonna too much do the clothing. It's more or less like belts, wallets, socks.
Okay. Like men's accessories.
Men's accessories, you know what I'm saying? But cufflinks, of course, pins, lapel pins, but partnering with different, like bow tie. He got what he doing, you know. I'm in school right now doing business, so I feel like I'm learning a little bit. What I'm going into is kind of like deep into real business of like connecting everything from new product development to getting that shit to the market. So it's like a whole bunch of intricate shit that I know I can get behind the scenes. Hey, what's up? It's your boy Munch. Tune in Untapped Miami. All like mine.
Now let's go on to your other venture. 18th and counting, right?
18th and counting. Yeah.
That was in the promo video, you know, for our monthly features. Tell us what made you start that and what was the motivation behind it. Since you got so much talent, Munch.
Man, I know people.
And you got so much compassion for other people. That's why I respect you so much, because you not only do it for you, you do it for all us.
Yeah, like I really, like I done been through some real, you know what I mean? Like, so it's like, I have to do things like, put like this, man. Like I said, mental health is real. So
it is real. Trust me.
You know, when you dealing with that, like you have to start doing things that make you happy. Like if you don't do things that make you happy, then you know it's almost like it forces you to choose your destiny. Like,
yes, it do.
You know what I'm saying? And I feel like it's needed a lot. You know, like for me, I feel like that's the one thing that's made me kind of like conscious of what I do. I've always been conscious in mind of knowing what was going on. You know, some cats who was in my history class would tell you, I used to get lessons like, man, this and this was happening. Yeah. And this and this and this and this was happening. That ain't in the book though.
Yeah.
You know? For real.
At least you knew.
Yeah, like, you know, and that was mainly because of how I was brought up. Like, how I was brought up was just like, you know, you gotta read books. Like, my grandma didn't buy me, like my grandma on my dad's side didn't buy me no gifts, like no PlayStations, all that. No, she bought books. You feel me?
I feel
and, you know, and like your old boy, like he ain't stay on you. Your old girl ain't really stay on you, but your grandma every time she sees you, like, did you read the book?
Yeah.
And then after a while, you get so many books, you just sitting there like everybody looking at you like you don't read the books. So, and you know, I started to read the books, and it was like,
mind blowing.
Whoa, you know what I'm saying? Wait a minute, like all these people did this, and then I started recognizing all the things that was around me.
Thank God to your grandma.
So like, and then the Culture Arts Center too, cause like, you know, if you go to the Culture Arts Center, you don't realize until you're older, like 20, 21, like it's kind of crazy, like, but like we was around, like everything in there is just like it's history, and you looking like, oh wow, they trying to teach us this. Oh wait a minute, you know, so even from the dance, the theater, type of theater we do, the writers, going to the black writers, directors, screen actors, different workshops that's there. It's a lot of different things, that's available. And, that's 18th accounting kind of like was 18th accounting was me kind of like expressing that in a way. Expressing that creative thought, but like I never seen nobody talk about Liberty City in a good way. I never seen nothing but the street DVDs come out of Liberty City. So I felt like, let me put a spin on Liberty City, but make it interesting. Shout out to my boy Forbes. He just did some installations at 3 Points. So, shout out to him,
Shout out to him.
He shot 18th Accountant. Like, that was the, like, I had the overall vision. He kind of like puzzled it together.
He did a good job.
Yeah, so like we did interviews. Like the mural. The thing about 18th is 18th is a historic avenue, and people don't know it. Just like 15th, right? When people couldn't, like people think that they just was relegated to Overtown. But as the time progressed out of the 30s, 40s, 50s, and it was the same situation on the beach. Now you talking, they coming to Liberty City. You know what I'm saying? That was the main predominant area. That's why if you go to Overtown is heavy blues.
Yeah.
Heavy blues. You go to Liberty City, it's more jazz, it's more funk. You know what I'm saying? So just knowing the progressions, you go to Miami Gardens, Opalaka is more African centered. Miami Gardens is more like the neo soulish type vibe now, but it's just progressions of music,
What projects are you currently working on?
Right now, actually after I leave here, I gotta do Roots Radio. We do Roots Radio every Monday.
Okay. Tell them how they,
MixLR. You can find us on MixLR. You can follow my Facebook page, Roots Radio Facebook page. So on Facebook is James Munch II. I just put my whole thing out there. Ain't got nothing to hide. So whatever. Yeah. People follow me anyways. And Roots Radio, I most of the time post a link, at 7 when the show starts. It's a show where we try to have real conversations about the different things that happen day to day, week to week, month to month, year to year, but at the same time talk about really get into the real under the surface stuff that needs to get talked about. Like the taboo topics, whether it's African Americans and the Caribbean folk, the dichotomy between how they feel between one another, like all those things like matter to us. Like, so we're trying to mix and trying to unify. So everything, like I said, is still under that All Like Minds umbrella. Like I'm attached to it because I'm there behind the scenes. I'm not on in the front, but it's a lot of things like I'm behind the scenes, and they may shout me out every now and again. I don't really care about it. They know that, but but it's a lot of things around the city. Like I'm always behind the scenes doing, and that's how All Like Minds functions.
Okay, I have a question. I know it's gonna get a little deep because you said you've been through some.
Oh Lord. Oh Lord.
You don't have to, share the things you don't want to share.
Nah.
But what challenges have you faced since your journey into being a positive black man that you are today?
Shit, like every black man, you gotta control your damn temper.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like they always want to put you in check. Like the one thing I think that over this time, from I'll say like high school, I just was like, no, I don't care. Like you know what I mean? Like I don't care about this. Is like you may be able to tell me, okay, because I'm in school, I'm gonna be respectful. Because I'm in school, I'm not gonna step out of bounds in that capacity. But I'm gonna do what I want to do. I know I'm smart as hell, so I'm gonna do my work, and then after that, I either can go to another class, or I can go here, or I can stay here, and I can do this,
Yeah.
or I can teach a class, like you know, what I mean? Like, don't look at, but you know, I couldn't do that in Miss Jones' class. She wasn't having it.
Yeah, she wasn't.
Miss Jones wasn't having it. Miss Jones wasn't having it at all. You know, so it's just that being comfortable with who I am. You know what I mean? Like people think like, oh, you know, Munch talk shit on Facebook and all this status. You know, Twitter or whatever. You know, and then in the streets, or you see me in person, it's like, man, you ain't talking.
Yeah.
Of course not, I ain't talking because that ain't me. Like, but I'm gonna talk about what's going on. I'm not one of them gonna be on the corner with a microphone and telling you this is what's going on, because I know, hey, this is where y'all at. I'm gonna go meet y'all where y'all at.
Yeah.
But you know, when you see me in person, if you want to have that conversation, we can have that conversation. You know what I mean? At any given moment. But it was just like I said, being confident in who I was. It was like people. Like, I got huge problems with, like, people will be like, oh, yeah, you know Munch, you know, I need to fuck with you, da-da-da-da-da. I'm like, yeah, right. And people be like, nah, you know, fool, like, really fuck with you, like, you know, them people cool with you like that. Like, them your people. And like,
yeah.
Because of all the shit that the nigga been through, it's just like, all right, yeah.
I feel
so it's like, I'm, like, always distant to an extent, because I don't know what the next play is, and I'm like trying to figure out the play. Like, nah, y'all ain't gonna get over on me.
For real.
I watched Scarface too many times.
You see me, like, when we be out or something, like, we was at the event last time. You see, I was kind of cool with that I stayed to myself, because it's like, I'm a visual person. Like, I peep shit.
Yeah,
you gotta be quiet to see what the fuck I mean, you know what I mean? You gotta be quiet to see what's going on around you.
Nah, but like, you seeing how I popped them in the That's why people don't even know when I come to the events sometimes, because I go right to the walls. The darkest corner where you won't even look that way. That's not even in your peripheral or whatever, like your line of sight, like to even look like that way. Like, you know, I was in shout out to the South Florida Black Business Directory. They had an event last night at Gigi's Music Cafe. The Soul Rose. Gigi's Music Cafe. Just go to Gigi's Music Cafe up in Sunrise. It's in Sunrise. It's not on Sunrise. I may be telling a lot. It's not on Sunrise, but it's in Sunrise. The reason why I'm saying it's in Sunrise is because you gotta go really in Sunrise and like drive around. So, but like Gigi's, if you ever got a chance or opportunity to go to Gigi's up there and you're in Broward, go to Gigi's. Nice music, nice vibe. And the soul rolls and the jerk chicken, the Parmesan garlic fries, yeah.
Wow.
All that.
They got an extensive menu.
Yeah, and that was just like, that was just that wasn't even the whole menu. Like, they had a whole bunch of stuff on the menu. Like, I wanted to do like my boy Shot the Star X Hungry Black Man, and just like try out everybody's food, like all the plates, like and be like, look, man, no, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, but you see how now we're having that viable market where now I can say Hungry Black Man, he's from Miami.
Yeah.
That's Star X, you know what I mean? And you be like, this is this guy, you know?
Yeah.
Or I can say Gigi's Music Cafe, South Florida Black Business Directory. You know, that's what all like minds is. It's just uniting, progressing, and growing. Everybody at the end of the day. So it's like when everybody else grows through, I grow too, you know, to an extent, because you know, people will see, like, I remember back when, you know, Munch was the first one with Zabo, and they used to go back and forth on Twitter with the conscious stuff, like, you know, 2010, like, you know what I'm saying? We used to do that all the time, like, it used to be something that used to go on, like, we used to just call bullshit on it, and we used to just be like, we used to go on a Twitter rant, like, both of us would tag team Twitter rant all the time.
Oh my God. Like,
but it would be just giving facts about what it was, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And what was going on. Like, we was giving a lot of facts, but now I see it paid off. Like, a lot of cats starting to come around. You just be like, all right, they see what you see. They understand what you understand.
Because there's so much stuff happening nowadays that you cannot just like not
Yeah, you know.
Discover who you really is.
Like I got homies we went to school with, stay down the street from me. You know what I mean? And they're coming to me like, you know, like, yo, bruh, Munch. Like, this shit real out here,
Shit
boy.
real.
You know, or I'm going to the corner store and you know, shout out my people at the corner store. You know, they
corner store.
So I'm at the store and it's always a good vibe when I come up there. Everybody, you know, it's a different vibe. You know, I kind of sense like when I come up there, I don't know, maybe just full of myself or something.
Yeah.
But I just feel like it's a different vibe when I come up there with them.
Mm-hmm.
You know, when I pull up, it's like you can kind of like see this look on their face, like, oh, who that? Oh, that's Munch, okay. And then, you know, I holler at everybody, you know, dap everybody up and just holler at them. You know, really see, you know, how we can. That's where I really get my inspirations and everything of how to fix things. You know what I'm saying? And holler at them and then see, you know, what's going on. You know, why did this happen? How did this happen? Not necessarily why, like who did it, but like why? Why does this thing keep happening?
Yeah.
What can be done? How can we solve it? And these are the guys who are saying, yeah, man, this. I think that may be, you know, I think that may work. And I'm like, okay, I'm gonna take your word for it because you in it every day, not me.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so yeah, that's what it is for me.
What projects are you currently working on?
Currently,
if you don't mind.
Currently, I'm working on a community and business expo. I did this when I was 25. I'm 27 now. I skipped a year. I did it. It was monumental when I did it when I was 25 because I feel like top three, Pop, Nas, and Trick. And you can't change it. I don't care. You can't debate it. Sorry, Trick Daddy's in there. He stays.
Yes.
You can't fight me. I'm from the crib. Sorry. The only one that's probably debatable is Nas, but I don't even want to even say that. So
I understand.
No, that's like I grew up on Pop, Master P, Trick Daddy, Nas, Poison Clan. You feel me? Luke, Uncle Al, because I grew up in the neighborhood. You know what I mean? Like you can't. You know what I'm saying? So it's like being around all that. You know, being at Hadley or whatever, whatnot, growing up around all them people. You know, my thing is to bring, like I didn't think, like that was my whole thing with listening to Pop. Like if you listen to him, you kind of like took on his thoughts, and that's what you do when you kind of like with your favorites sometimes. Yeah. So like he didn't see living past 25. I didn't see it past 18 at one point. And you talking to a cat that wasn't really in the streets like that. You feel me?
Yeah.
So I can only imagine the guys that's really there. They're not living, and I've talked to them. They're not living for tomorrow. So that was me. That was me coming back home. Coming back home and me saying this was what I wanted to give to the people was this community and business expo, something that caters to really what who we are. Mm-hmm. You know, how we can start business. You know, how we can start to build real systems. What are the other people who are a little bit ahead of us, look just like us, and what they doing? Yeah. And learn from them. Don't look at it as, oh, they bougie this. Yeah, I feel the same way. Trust me. Trust me. I feel the same way. But, you know, what I'm coming to understand, if I feel like I'd be a fuck nigga if I feel some type of way and I still don't get a man the game they need, you know, or a woman they need, you know. So it's like free game, like take advantage of every opportunity. You just knock it down the opportunity, like, and over the years, like I got these relationships with these different people. I just never took advantage of the opportunities that was given. Yeah. So maybe I would have been in a different situation if I didn't feel like, oh no, I can't rock with them because they in this lane, in this realm. But now I'm starting to see like, you know, and it's just, you know, hood nigga complex. You feel it's not like you feel inferior, like you know you're a hustler, you know where you strong at, but when they come to having to be in these meetings and you have to be around these people, it's different. So now you're like, damn, I gotta compete, I gotta be 3 times as good as them. Yeah. Now it goes back to me being confident in who I am and like knowing who I was, because now I gotta go in there with a suit and nigga got a fro and I got my jury and I don't care. I might not wear my chains and stuff, but I got my jury, I got my Italian twine, I got all black. I go in there like knowing, like got a suit from Matt Mecca, like I'm not playing Nigeria, so I'm not playing. You know what I mean? Like when I go in those meetings, you know, because it's like I gotta know, like they already expect me to fail just on appearance automatically. You know what I mean? So now it's just being 3 times, 4 times better than me, equipping the same people who look just like me, you know what I'm saying, to do the same thing and empower them to do the same thing, because we the people that they don't want to uprise and get and really uplift and get to know what's going on, because really we know the same thing. We speak the same. It's like speaking the same language, but it's 2 different dialects in one country. And that's what it is with black people, with black, well, like I say, not necessarily black people, but just people who are in the streets, and then people who not so to speak in that light. They don't speak that language, so they don't know when you say certain things, this mean this. You know, if you never been into it, you know, people be like, huh, what? You know? Yeah. You know, so, you know, simple things like stick. You know, I remember saying stick in AZ, and it was like, what? You know, like, I'm like, oh, okay. Thank you.
And you gotta remember, Miami, we have our own lingo.
You feel me? So imagine being in the streets and like for instance, this was one of the things when I was working alongside the Dream Defenders a lot. Shout out to them.
Shout out to the Dream Defenders.
And in the beginning stages, they was working on something called when they brought it when it was in its introduction phase, I guess, coming to me, or however it came to me, and I received it. It was like dehumanization. It was a dehumanization cycle. And I'm looking at this cycle, and I'm saying, nigga like me, 6th grade, when I was really like getting into it. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like really out here. Yeah. You know, what I have listened or what I have looked at this and been like, this makes sense. Because it wasn't until like 8th turned into the 9th grade where I kind of like seen everything from a perspective of, the school to prison pipeline and all that. You know, I knew it existed. I didn't have a terminology for it. Yeah. You feel me? I knew 9/11 was a hoax, but I didn't have a terminology for it. Yeah. You feel me? But I'm just a kid from the hood. I ain't posting no nothing. You know what I mean? And that's how I view it when I looked at the dehumanization cycle. So we flipped it, and this was like, this the trap. You know, because literally, if you say this the trap, when you say, man, I'm gonna hit the trap, like, what's the trap? Then you can't explain it. But if you like, nah, I'm gonna tell you this the trap. The trap is, look, man, poverty, point blank, period. Yeah. You know what I mean? Crime is number one factor in poverty. Well, poverty is the number one factor. You feel me? And most crime is interracial. So that's black on black, white on white, all that. So everybody do everything, within their community. So they can leave that somewhere. And then you go to, the broken education system. And in that education system, being broken because of school to prison pipeline. And the profiting and they getting off. And then, racial profiling these kids that come out of that stereotyping these kids. They put them in this system of mass incarceration. And the cycle just keep going on. So when I was able to break it down and tell them, when we broke it down that way and we made it the trap, it made more sense, and it was easier for us to go out on the streets and really give people that knowledge and really let them know, like, this is what it is. Because I was like, if you explain this dehumanization cycle, you're going to lose them. Yeah. But when you say the trap, and that's how I've seen, like, with the cats on the corner store, we speak the same language. I happen to speak 2 dialects, you know what I mean? So I can understand what's here and what's here. Yeah. And it's times, Munch got to stay in bounds because, you get checked. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, straight up. Like, people try to, but I don't, like I said, it's a lot of times I'm behind the scenes doing a lot of things, just talking to cats primarily and just trying to understand and get a feel for where the mentality at. And when I get a general feel, a general conscious for where everybody's on this, we black, we conscious now. Yeah. Like, and that maybe that's a bold statement to some, but when you in the streets late night, I'm talking 2-3 in the morning, and you pulling up at the corner stores, different corner stores. I ain't just at the same corner store because I grew up a little bit everywhere, so holler at different people. And you know, it's not just stores, you know, just hit different spots and you talk to these guys late night and they talk back to you and they saying, no, this is what it is, you know, and mainly because of what's going on.
Yeah.
But it's like I had a dude tell me, bro, Munch, I got a jet, bro. I got a black son. You feel me? Like, the fuck I'm supposed to tell him? You feel me?
Yeah.
Like, what am I supposed to tell? I'm like, the same thing you tell your black daughter about the black men, the same taboo topics and the same other things that's going on. You gotta teach them the same way. You gotta give them the ways of the world.
Yeah.
You feel me? So.
Last but not the least, who are your influences, whether it be local or global, dead or alive?
Influences. I kind of like, well, it was between a lot of people. Like Pac was major. Master P. Because I like the business side of Master P.
Yes.
So
shout out to Solange for putting him on her CD.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Dame Dash. Like I'm so, to go back to Master P, I'm so no limit, dog. Like I had a no limit block party when I was like 7 years old.
For real?
The whole hood can tell you. Like who was there? I had a no limit block party. I had no limit shirts, like blue. You had a blue shirt. You had a gray shirt. You had a white. You had red. You know what I'm saying? Like we had different teams. We put 2 goals on each. You know what I'm saying? I made a little court in the street, blocked it off. Had the police get the permit, block off the street. Like
you was official.
Yeah, we was official. I was no limit soldier that day. You know what I'm saying? I ain't had no cosign, but I felt like I was on the street team. I had to go hard.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You know, but that's how so no limit, because that was, I planned that whole thing. That was what had me in the mind frame of that, was that Master P. Yeah. And my mama ain't even let me listen to Master P. That was the funny thing. My mama ain't let me listen to Master P.
So you had to sneak and listen.
No, I had a coach when I was playing basketball at the time. His son.
You play basketball?
Yeah.
You do it all.
Yeah, I was playing basketball. I played basketball. I ran track and I played football.
I remember you running track.
Yeah, so like I was playing basketball at the city, and one of my coaches, his son, would always take us to the games with it, because it was so many of us and we ain't had no bus. Yeah. You feel me? Like coaches had to take the kids to the game, so we packed up in a I think he had Explorer, and then he had Explorer, and then he had a Suburban or something like that. So we all in the back, but he would listen to No Limit. And I would listen to it and I'd be like, I hear what he's saying. I'm like, and then I go and I'm like checking out who he is, and I'm going on TV and I'm saying, I'm like, okay, all right, it's the guy, he had a trunk, okay, da, da, da. Yeah. And then my older brothers is like, listen to him too. So I'm like, okay. So they giving me, I'm getting more in depth, because now they really giving me the game on what he do. Yeah. So I'm like, okay, all right. Yeah, I like this. And that's what really cultivated my mind, you know. So Master P, Pac, shoot, there was a lot of teachers, you know what I'm saying? Like I had a lot of teachers that kind of like shaped my mind and where I was gonna go and like how I can see things, you know what I mean?
If anybody wants to work with you and contact you, want to work with All Like Minds Media, want to get involved with Life Collective and all your new ventures, how can they contact you? Like, tell us your social media, email, phone number if you like.
I don't know about, I can do the phone number, but I won't. Facebook, James Mungin, that's Mungin, 2, like the Roman numeral 2, so 2 I's, basically, so Mungin, capital I, capital I. Mm-hmm. It's 2. So it may show up as James 2 Mungin, I don't know. But and then Twitter is Machiavelli Munch, so that's MAKAVELLI _ Munch, MUNCH. And then Instagram is the same thing. Yeah, it's pretty much it. That's all I really got. I got a Snapchat, but I don't really be on it like
I
that.
don't be on it. Okay.
I don't be on it like that.
So, do you have any last words or, anything that you want to let the people know that's watching?
Nah, I didn't talk too much. I didn't talk too much for the day.
I feel you. But you can never talk too much.
Nah.
All the knowledge you possess, you can never talk too much. But thank you guys for tuning in to Untapped Miami. We here with Munch.
Come on, man. You good? All right,
Jay Munchin. Munchy, as I know him from school.
Moody.
All right, thank you guys for tuning in to Untapped Miami. We will have you on the show again probably next year sometime.
Yeah.
Because I always got to stay updated with you. And like I told you a long time ago, I'm going to keep telling you I'm very proud of you.
Yeah. I don't do nothing though. I'm like, people, I just look like I do a lot.
Okay.